Good morning everyone. So like in my last class, I told you that I'll be explaining you all types of sentences in your next class. So that is what I'm going to teach you today. Sentences. Sentences can be constructed in three ways. Number one, simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. So students, we are going to study these types of sentences accordingly. Number one, we will study now about simple sentence. What exactly is a simple sentence? A simple sentence, it expresses a single or we can say a complete thought. For example, that tree is huge. So here, a simple sentence contains only one finite verb. Now what do you mean by finite verb? It means limited by one person, number and tense. For example, you can say that tree is huge. So here huge is it says a single number. Understood? That tree is huge. So not only this, in a simple sentence, this sentence can also be identified on the basis of subject and predicate. For example, that tree is huge. That tree is a subject, is huge is a predicate. This is a predicate and this is a subject. And this is a finite verb. So likewise here, a simple sentence contains only one finite verb. And here is a finite verb. That tree is a subject and huge is a predicate. So this is how a simple sentence is formed. A simple sentence, it expresses a single complete thought. Just a simple and complete thought. That tree is huge. So this sentence proves that it is a simple sentence. So a simple sentence can also be identified on the basis of subject and predicate. This tea is black. This tea is a subject and is black is a predicate. Only one subject and only one predicate it has to be used in a simple sentence with one finite verb, and that is. Likewise, I want to give you one more example. So that man is a subject, is honest is a predicate, and here is a finite verb. Okay, so these are the important points for simple sentence. Finite verb, only it gives a clear expression of one person, one number and one tense. So is a number. So it says this tea is black, subject and predicate, and is a finite verb. And this is how a simple sentence is formed. Now next we are going to study about a complex sentence. So next we finished with the simple sentence and now we will study about a complex sentence. Now what is exactly a complex sentence? A complex sentence has only one independent clause and one or more dependent clause. The independent clause is also known as principal clause. Independent clause is also known as a principal clause and dependent clause is known as a subordinate clause. For example, when he heard the news, he was astonished. So, when he heard the news, he was astonished. So here, See, the independent clause is also known as principal clause, and the dependent clause is also known as the subordinate clause. So here I have given an example. When he heard the news, he was astonished. So here in this sentence you have to differentiate two. You have to make it a two part, which is the principal clause and a subordinate clause. And here I told you independent clause is also known as a principal clause and dependent clause is known as a subordinate clause. So here principal clause is he was astonished. He was astonished. And a subordinate clause is a when he heard the news. So because in this so there are many subordinate clauses. For example, when, wherever, though, although, etc. So in a sentence, when a sentence starts with a subordinate clause, here is a subordinate clause when. Understood? So here in this sentence, a subordinate clause has started the sentence with when. Okay. So see, like the subordinate clause often begins with the words like when, where, although, wherever, because, after, before. There are many more, okay, etc. So why exactly? For example, the subordinate clause when he heard the news. Here, when he heard the news, it's an example. So here in this sentence, the sentence has started with a subordinate clause, and that is when. The subordinate clause, it cannot stand on its own because it takes its meanings from the principal clause. I give you one example. When he heard the news, he was astonished. When he heard the news, he was astonished. This was the example I taught you before. And here, the subordinate clause is a when. When he heard the news. When he heard the news, what happened the rest? He was astonished. So this is a principal clause. And this subordinate clause, it cannot stand on its own. It always takes help or it derives an help from a principal clause. And here the principal clause is he was astonished. Okay. So see, this is a complex sentence. Example I am giving you all. They rested when night fall. So children, what do you see here? When is a subordinate clause. When you see a word like when, where, wherever, because, after, before, these are all the subordinate clause. And this subordinate clause, it is helped by a principal clause. They rested when night fall. This is a principal clause. Is that clear? They rested when night fall. This is a principal clause and this is a subordinate clause. So I'll give you one more example. See, now here in this sentence you find before she reached her house, birthday party was set up. Now children, here before is a subordinate clause. Okay, so she reached her house. This all comes under subordinate clause. Birthday party was set up. This is a principal clause. As I told you, this subordinate clause, it cannot stand on its own. It always derives a help from a principal clause. And here the principal clause is birthday party was set up. And before she reached her house is a subordinate clause. These are all the complex sentence. Now we will study about a compound sentence. Okay, now next we are going to start compound sentence. A compound sentence consists of two or more coordinate clause, and these clauses are independent clause. For example, I got the map of a fair, but I could not find a food stall. Okay. Example, I got the map of a fair, but I could not find a food stall. So here, clause 1 is I got the map of a fair. This is a first clause. The second clause, I could not find food stall. Okay, see, a compound sentence consists of two or more coordinate clause. Coordinate clause means a clause which coordinates the two, which combines the two sentences. These clauses are known as an independent clause. If, for example, I got the map of a fair. This is a first clause. And then I could not find a food stall. This is a second clause. Two or more it is said. So here two coordinate clauses there. So this coordinate clause is joined by a word, or we can say a conjunction but. Understood? So a compound sentence consists of two or more coordinate clause. Two or more it is said. So here how many clauses are there? Two coordinate clauses there. And these two coordinate clause is combined, or we can say a joined by a conjunction word, that is but. Okay. Example I gave you before, I got the map of a fair, but I could not find a food stall. So here these clauses are known as this first clause and a second clause. These two clauses are a independent clause. First point is this. Second point, these two clauses, they show two different thoughts, but these thoughts are connected to each other. Next one, they are of equal importance. Both the sentences, both the clause 1 and clause 2, both these two clauses are very much important, and it can even convey, or it can even give a complete meaning or a sense by themselves. Okay, I got the map of a fair. This is an important clause. But I could not find the food stall. This clause is also back-to-back important. So these two, clause 1 and clause 2 are important, and it is connected to each other. The clauses in a compound sentence. Here, the two clauses in a compound sentence are joined by a conjunction word but. Not only but, you can even use and, or so. And, but, or so. These four words are the conjunction word, and with the help of this conjunction word, you can join two or more than two clauses like here. Okay, some more examples I'll give. Okay, here are some examples of some compound words. See, example 1, she completed her homework and she also worked on her project. So students, there are two clauses here. This is clause 1 and this is clause 2. And these two clauses are being coordinated with the help of a conjunction word, that is and this is conjunction. This is clause 1 and this is clause 2. So likewise, the road is long but I shall travel it. This is clause 1 and this is clause 2 is joined by a conjunction word, but these two sentences are important and these two sentences are being coordinated with a conjunction word but. Next, we can film a documentary or can make a short film. So this is also a conjunction word. With the help of this conjunction word, two types of clauses are being joined. Last example, this novel is huge, so you must make time to read it. So here, so is a conjunction word which joins two clauses, or we can say two different clauses. Okay, in this way, two or more clauses are being coordinated with the help of a conjunction word, and because these two clauses are important to each other. So this is how a compound sentence is formed. So student, today I taught you sentences, the types of sentences and how to frame a sentence, what is the importance of a sentence, the definition of a different types of sentence. With the help of an example, I explained it to you all. Thank you.